Chapter 27. The Bortrak stood from the pilot's chair and turned to face Kaci. The tan plates around its mouth shifted to reveal sharp teeth. She shivered. It looked as if it might be smiling. It peered at her, its black eyes scanning over her far too slowly. Then, after a moment, it started toward her. Its massive tan feet echoed on the metal floor. When it came to stand over her, it seemed all the more massive. Involuntarily, she shrank back. It kicked her onto her back once more. Hard! She struggled for air, sure it had cracked a rib this time. The last thing I need is a punctured lung. After a moment, she dragged in painful breaths. Lights blinked in her vision as she watched the Bortrak step over her. She tensed, preparing to fight it even if she died trying. But then it made a strange wheezing sound, its big hands moving to the injector that still protruded from its chest.
What at?
Is the poison finally affecting it? Hope uncurled within her. The Bortrak stumbled, nearly tripping over her as she curled into a fetal position. Suddenly, the entire ship rocked with an explosion, sending the Bortrak flying against the opposite wall and her sliding toward it. It slumped over and she scrambled away to avoid touching it. Struggling, she rolled onto her stomach and used her good arm to help her rise to her knees. When she looked at the Bortrak again, its strange eyes were half closed. Another explosion rocked the ship, and an alarm began, a low, grating sound. What now? Can I turn this thing around? Gritting her teeth, she used the wall to inch up until she made it to her feet. Even though her vision blackened and the pain radiating through her begged her to give in to the darkness, she forced one bare foot in front of the other until she reached the control board. It looked like nothing she'd seen before. Glowing buttons, all an ugly orange.
You will never escape.
The Bortrak threatened, its harsh voice wet. Maybe not, but I think you'll die before I do. Screw it. She started hitting buttons at random, but nothing happened. Looking up at the display screen, a massive tan ship came into view. The Bortrak mothership. Spikes covered nearly every inch of it, at least where weapons weren't protruding, which was nearly everywhere. If I end up on that ship, I'm done. Come on, she shouted. Finally, she hit the largest button in front of her. A guttural computer voice spoke. Self-destruct triggered. Confirm. Self-destruct? Her fingers hovered over the button she'd just pressed, and finally, she knew what she had to do. She was going to steer this ship straight into the center docking bay of that massive ship of monsters and self-destruct it. Everything had led up to this moment. This is my chance to save all of them. I love you, Seer. I only wish I got the chance to tell you. With steady fingers, she pressed the button. A countdown began at 60 seconds.